here, the road to recovery, 5 years after Hurricane Katrina. If you've been with us this morning, you know how much it was raining here, how hard it was. But then look at this, beautiful rainbow. And that is often the case after a storm. And that's what we're talking about this morning. Yes, we remember what happened 5 years ago today. I mean, even here, it was all rubble, but now it's a new building. It houses the elementary and middle schools here in Pass Christian, Mississippi. But we want to take a little bit of a look back to think of the people and places, such a big part of this story.
It's almost like God wanted the world to end.
We remember the shocking drama.
I don't want to die like this.
Do we have regular insulin?
Who was at your house with you?
My wife.
Where is she now?
Can't find her body. She gone.
I had driven all night with our crew through a part of the country where I had spent my youth. When I banged on my mom's door about 4:30 in the morning, my mother yelled out from the back of the house, "Robin's home." We knew she'd get here some kind of way. I barely made it on the air.
Robin, I know when you left here last night, you hadn't been able to make contact with your own family yet. Have you done so?
They're okay.
They're okay?
So many people affected by this storm who can't get to the loved ones. It was too personal when I walked in that door and I saw my mom. The destruction, staggering. Look, first floor is completely gone. And for me, it was an emotional, personal journey. The most difficult thing for me this week, being so grateful that your family and loved ones survived. But places I loved as a child were gone, erased in one fierce stroke. That was one of my favorite restaurants, Chimneys. My old high school, gone. Science over there, math over there. Relatives and childhood friends lost everything. Dear friends of my parents were swept away by the waters. So many thousands of stories in those days of loss, fear, and hope and humanity. Perhaps nothing symbolizes hope as much as a new life. A very pregnant Shavanti Hilton, just 19, was about to give birth in the most dramatic way imaginable amid the floodwaters of New Orleans.
She was stranded, she was on the overpass, she was in labor, and she didn't know what she was going to do.
I was like just screaming. I didn't know what to do. I was scared.
Larry Thomas was part of a volunteer rescue team.
There was a helicopter trying to come down and get her, but so many people was rushing the helicopter.
Larry put her on a rowboat and through the waist-high water with no oars, walked her for 6 hours to dry land in a pickup truck.
She was just crying and screaming, you know, she was in pain.
I just thought I was going to die.
Larry Thomas helped deliver the baby, and with help got them all to Oxnard Hospital. Baby Colby and Mom were okay.
If those guys hadn't been there, she could have bled to death. She could have been in a tremendous amount of danger.
Like so many others, Shavanti and Larry moved away from New Orleans. They never saw each other again. As little Colby grew, New Orleans and the Gulf Coast did some growing of its own, slowly but surely coming back to life. Even on that first day of my reporting, I saw and felt the glimmer of hope. The day after Hurricane Katrina, a beautiful sunrise here on the Gulf Coast. Go figure. Volunteers came from as far away as Australia. We all learned the true meaning of giving. We at GMA even helped rebuild neighborhoods up and down the coast. $1 million! Just look at the progress we saw on Seal Avenue in my hometown of Pass Christian, just a couple of blocks from my family home, which also has slowly come back to life. Look at the Wetzel home on the beach, which I broadcast from, and look at it now. And remember that mangled gas station behind me on my first morning of reporting? I'll tell you where the roof is. It's across the street. Also rebuilt. I want you to meet the police officer who drove me to my mother's house that morning. You would not believe what the roads looked like. Ryan Frazier, you got me back here just in the nick of time to be on the air, and you're now a detective.
Yes, ma'am.
It's amazing how life goes on and how life changes. Oh, you don't know how many times I have thought of you.
Oh.
Lots of hugs these last 5 years. 5 years of healing. Lots of shiny new buildings and homes. But there's still a lot of work to do. And remember Shivanti and Larry?
I think he's a hero. He saved me. I could have died.
They were strangers on the night they met and couldn't find each other for 5 years. Well, we found and reunited them.
How you doing? I'm doing good.
And the man who drove the pickup truck that night.
I don't know if you remember me.
They all have returned to New Orleans. You are a miracle. Colby! How you doing, little man? And just look at baby Colby now. Almost 5 years old and ready to play football, he tells me. Let me see your arm. Woo! I was gonna fake it, but that was really good. All up and down the beautiful Gulf Coast, life does go on. And yes, it does. My sister Dorothy is now a grandmother. My niece Lauren has a baby boy, Ryan. And Principal Bain of the elementary school that is behind us, a lot of help in getting to where we are right now, right?
Absolutely. And it's a great opportunity for us to say thank you, a heartfelt appreciation note to everyone that's helped us from across the world in coming back to be where we are today. We're a resilient community. We push up with one hand. Thank goodness there were others to reach out.